when I say I'm doing this real quick, I'm doing this real quick. Like, when I tell you that you're coming up against an entity, okay, this entity is using any and everybody that they possibly can to attack you, okay? And they could be using the energies that of close loved ones, close friends, people that you used to know, okay? I wrote this down, and I'm not going to be before y'all long. Ancestors, please come forward, please, with this message, okay, that you wanted me to hone in on, please, coming up against this entity. This entity is using any and everybody close to you that you know that is close to them. They're using any and everybody. Do you understand me? Okay, it says if you're going through a traumatic situation or a traumatic time and you're having a hard time processing anything that you're going through, situations, okay, you are liable for acceptable to being used by the enemy, okay, through that hurt or that pain that you carry in your mind. Spirit says you need to view how you're being used through your own trauma. Okay? There's an energy. There's an entity. Okay? There's a dark entity that is being used right now due to their mental holding on to some kind of pain. They are vibrating at the level to where negative energies and negative entities, sinister energies can and are using them to affect the collective. That is what I got. Okay? That's what I got. And it was messing with my spirit so bad that I had to hone in on this message, okay? So ancestors, please come forward. Please come forward with your challenge of protection. Please, please, please. Anything that's not aligned with me or the message, make it fall for me to heal, grow, know, reach, teach, and become my highest self, okay? This was really every message that I do, y'all, it is very important to me. And it could be important to a lot of the collective, a lot of the energies in the collective to want to know why the people that they love and care for are, you know what I'm saying, attacking them in some form of way. Okay. This is because Spirit's saying of the energies that they are carrying right now. They're carrying some traumatic stress, oppression. They're oppressing or suppressing the thought, the situation in their mind, and they're holding on to that pain. They're holding on to that traumatic event, and by holding on to the traumatic event, they are liable to be used. They're vibrating at a level to where they're susceptible to being used by the enemy. Okay, by attaching it to its mind state, reacting and responding in a way. It's wanting to affect the collective in some sort of way. Ancestors, please, I'm gonna clear this bell, y'all, because I done been crying, and I was just like, this right here, this message, I got to get it out before the end of the night. Okay, so this will be my last message for the night. I'm going to be ringing the bell as well in 3, 2, 1. Okay, confirmation over my phone. Okay, I'm only going to be with you for just a short second. Spirit, hone in regarding this energy read of being used by the enemy by holding on to traumatic event situations, pain. Okay, that has you vibrating at a level of where you're susceptible to being a vessel being used. Attachments that are attached to your attachments, and then destiny and fate, and then it says purpose and prosperity. What do I need to know about this, Spirit? I heard there's energies out here that are attached, that have attachments, are trying to get attached to your destiny and your fate, or get in alignment with you. These are counterfeit energies, okay? These are counterfeit energies that have attachments, okay? That know that you have a purpose. Toxic energies, okay? Who've collaborated together. What else I need to know, Spirit? Chariot. Going towards what? Okay. What they're going towards, Spirit? Okay. So these entities, oh my God, these attachments, oh my God, they are doing any and everything they can to move towards this victory. They're trying to move towards some sort of victory here, okay? And they're trying to use any and everybody that they possibly can. And I do mean that, honey. Anybody that is in the energy of healing, in the energy of Chiron, honey, I'm trying to tell you, honey, they have these new ideas to come up to interrupt your meditative state, okay? To mess up your perspective. These people wanting to mess up your perspective. These entities wanting to mess up your perspective of the world, okay? How you view them and the attachments they are to these vessels, okay? Wow. Okay, to mess up your transformation here, okay? Wow. To have you to conform, okay? So they're using loved ones. They're using, oh, wow. Queen of Earth, okay? They're trying to get you ungrounded. They're trying to uproot you. These entities are fighting. I'm telling you, they're fighting you tooth and nail against every and anybody that's around you, honey. They're using everybody around you. And anybody that's close to you, that you used to be close with, they're using them too. If they're close to anybody else, they're using them as well. Okay? All right, so you're being talked about in rooms you ain't never been in before. You're being talked about and discussed with people that you don't even know, says Spirit. Okay, who is committed? These entities are committed to following you. They committed to this journey of discovering, honey. Oh yeah, they want to mess up any relationship that you have. Okay, they're trying to ruin your new beginning, says so Spirit. This is what they're trying to do, and they're using any and everybody that they can to mess up your harmonious flow in your relationship sectors. Okay, you need to release. That's what I'm saying. I had to release some energy. I had to release an energy. I had to release a Hierophant energy. I had to release a family member. It broke my heart to do so, but I'll release you. Especially if I know you're being used. Releasing grief. Allowing you to address and rise to the occasion. And forgive. So Spirit is saying, honey, forgive the Hierophant, but release this Hierophant, honey. Release it, honey. Release it. All right? Yeah. This Hierophant energy could be even a good listener. This Hierophant energy, you could have been in even, going to this energy, relying on this energy, just had a good friendship. Y'all can talk back and forth, but I feel like there's some conflicting, competing interests that got in the way. Not only that, holding traumatic situations in their head, in their mind, that has given them that mental agility for them to be on the vibration of where now you got an entity that is working through you to hit the collective. Okay? Something about negative talk. Okay? They're working together. They want to shift. They're trying to shift your mindset into negativity. Okay? And how they're doing this is through people. Okay? Okay, just to form this abundance, to gain this energy back in their, honey, in their playing field. Okay? 7, honey. Yeah, they're trying their best with this. They're trying their best. These entities are trying their best. Okay? They're going all out. There's nothing that they ain't doing. Okay? All right? Yeah, intellectual. Because somebody here that is definitely a conduit for the demons. Okay? With the entities, these attachments to their mindset. Honey, they're getting this intellectual authority. So that means to tell me that there is a monitoring spirit that is definitely attached to a mindset or an energy or a vessel out here. Okay? Many vessels, many mindsets that are very traumatic, are going through a traumatic event right now that is holding on to some pain. Okay? Due to some situations that have left them in a traumatic state. Shocked. Okay? There's some abundance here, honey. See, they're gaining this intellectual authority. They're trying to get this intellectual, spiritual knowledge. okay, to create this abundance and how to attack the collective. Okay, so be mindful of these cross watchers. Okay, that to be coming to your videos. Okay, with these attachments to their mindset. Okay, because the entities are working through each and every one of them. Okay, whether they know it or not. Okay, whether they come to this video or any other video or anybody and has a problem with you, what you're saying, or just, you know what I'm saying, just because you're breathing. Okay, because Spirit wants me to hone right back up to here, honey. Let me spirit. Signs to know of an evil spirit, okay? An evil spirit will expose itself, okay? Little to no effort to piss them off, okay? All right, number one, open disrespect. Open disrespect, okay? Number three, okay? That was number three. Two. Number three is it pisses them off to see you happy. Those are just a couple that I jotted down, and I'm going to go ahead and mark that off as me speaking about this, okay? So, somebody wanted to gain some abundance from a childlike innocent, just talking about you. They wanted to gain some abundance, some energy from you. And so they knew, they came out and forward up with a plan, okay, to hit somebody that was very dear and close to you, okay? So somebody here is doing some dark ass shit for anybody to be honing in. Okay, is this on a broad or wider scale of hitting everyone? Grandma said this is a broad and wider scale of hitting anyone. This is just not... Wow, this is not personal, but it's personal to you, but it's business to this entity. It's business to these entities out here. Honey, they have a business plan. Honey, wow, the business plan and the business, wow, proposals, okay, that are failing, okay? All right. Something is yeah. Somebody wants you to leave and depart what you're doing. Somebody wants to leave and depart what you're doing. They're trying to definitely don't want you to hone in on what you're doing. Okay, so you must be making some big time moves here. Big time moves. You got to be, okay? Because they're doing anything that they can to this childlike innocence that has had their heart open, okay? So what they're doing is Spirit want me to hone in on who you got your heart and open up to. Who is your heart open to? And this is exactly what they're doing. So Spirit is saying there is a need for you to hone in. And what did I say? What did I say, Spirit? There's a need for you to view how you're being used through your own traumatic events that you've been through. The pain that you're still holding on to till this day. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Nothing is secret, says Spirit. Nothing is secret when it comes to the spiritual world. When it comes to the spiritual world, the esoteric world, okay? Ooh. I heard no information is truly secret. Whoa. What you mean by no information is truly secret? It says moderation. What you mean by that? You got people in here looking in confirmation. You got people in here looking into high praxis energy, okay? Some things are meant to be experienced with your intuition, so through your intuition, you will find out who's been trying to see into your future, okay? I heard these are bought in groups, okay? Magician with their skill. Told you, with their skills. This is something that's bigger than all of us, y'all. And I don't believe that everybody truly knows that here at a bigger and a broader scale. Everybody thinks that this is just something of, oh, this is just happening in my family. Oh, no, this is the biggest attack, spiritual attack against humanity. Okay? Of the mind. In order to transcend through those higher realms and dimensions, your mind has to transcend through some levels. So with this fleshly body comes the mind state, the mind, the brain. The brain is not part of the soul. Okay, God, my spirit, you're talking. Oh, God. Okay, look. Look. This is getting deep. This knowledge is getting deep. It is getting so deep for me that I felt calm, and then I felt anxiety. Okay, this information almost had me in breathing, like, oh my God. Grandma says, well, even when it comes to these people that you have your heart open to, there is a need for you to set these healthy boundaries, okay? And there's a need for you to be open. There's a need for you to view and open to see the traumatic events inside of that person. It does not matter about how close they are to you, okay? How much you love them, how much you've been through with this person. You should always intuitively know and hone in that people are still carrying around some pain, even if you have then had healing set in for you. Even if you've had a sudden change in your energy, does not mean that they are awoke in their energy about the traumatic events that have changed their lives. Okay? Some people are still hung up in hangman energy, says Spirit. Okay, I had to get this set out, y'all, because I know I'm not the only one who was hung up about close ones and how y'all fell off. Or brothers and sisters of how y'all not close anymore. Or, you know what I'm saying? A community of where everything is totally changing. And it's changing at a rapid rate. It's so quick. Okay? You can truly tell who's holding on to the memory of things and not wanting to process death. They're not wanting to process even the situation. They don't want to process the information. Everybody's having a hard time processing. Anything else? Let's close this out, Spirit. They just wanted me to use this green deck, and I'm just going to use this green deck, and that's it. This is not going to be, that one's going to be a long one. I just wanted to hone in real quick on this energy real quick, and so I can mark it off as me saying it as a download, okay? Because I don't want anybody to be hung up about anything. If you're hung up about anything, then I need to do a reading on it. I need to look. I need to see about it. I need to see in about it. I need to break down and depict it of why. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's affected you, I can guarantee you it's affected us in some sort of way to a certain extent, okay? I didn't say it didn't all the way, and I didn't say it did all the way. I said to a certain extent. Okay? Everybody is always affected by something in life. It's just how they be wearing it, Grandma said. The way they be wearing it, okay? And how they process it behind closed doors. It don't even process as well as what they thought it was because, honey, it shows out on the outward appearance, Grandma says, okay? Okay? Serenity and peace, time out, okay? In order to gain this serenity and peace, good watch is an introspection. What's this introspection that you see about this peace? The serenity and peace that we are all seeking, okay? Uncover the truth about that, Spirit. Okay, Spirit, and this is on the fence, talking about something is gathering momentum, okay? All right. These energies from the past, these energies, these family members, all these people that you had some type of soul connection to, okay, or you were emotionally attached to, that now something has done fell off, okay? It seems like something just fell off the planet Earth. Spirit is over here saying, honey, it's okay, okay? Sudden change. Something is gaining momentum. What's this sudden change? Okay, sudden change of the Fool. Okay, something is about to change for you, okay? Sudden change is happening to you, honey. Well, you're disciplining yourself more. So you about to discipline yourself from everybody that you thought was tight and right with you. For everybody else that you realize that fell off from you. And even if you get in connection with them, they still fell off from you. Okay, so therefore, people are just, what did Grandma tell me, honey? Flaccid. Grandma said something about flaccid, okay? So these entities are trying to attack you about your work and your play. So for play, you might even go and talk to your brother or your family member, this and that. You're probably starting to realize the coldness, or, you know what I'm saying, the traumatic pain that this energy is holding on to, okay? And it could be reflecting back in his energy off onto you, okay? To make you feel like you're the martyr, or make you feel as if you done something wrong, or to make it feel as if you didn't grow, okay, from a situation that they are already still holding on to. Whew, Spirit says it's time for you to discipline yourself, okay? You got to discipline yourself either from the people that you have opened your heart to, okay? Because people are still going through stuff, Spirit said. close this out. Hey. Okay, yeah. Discipline yourself when it comes to between work and play. Discipline yourself. Okay, because when you are feeling uncertain about this compassion, about where to receive this compassion or this emotional security, I'm gonna go ahead and say your spirit says it might surprise you. It might surprise you. Something is gonna surprise you. Somebody's been surprising you. Yeah, about this love. Oh yeah. Love is about to show you something. Moon. Yeah. So this has been illuminated to you about this love. Okay. And what their love looks like in their eyes right now, and their energy, and what they're going, and what they're expecting from you. Okay, they're expecting some energy. These entities are expecting to get some type of income from you. Okay, yeah, as karma, they're trying to get you back. So these entities are doing anything that they possibly can to try to get you back at this moment in time, and they're using anybody and any loved one to do so they can get you back and gain this energy. Okay, they're getting this introspection, honey. Yeah, they've been dreaming about this, thinking about this, honey, to gain this opportunity of abundance, honey. Oh yeah, too, yeah, emperor, working through an emperor, yeah, star. Told you, trying to get to the star, but it was on the clock out like this. So I do believe, honey, it did not affect the star as much as they thought to by working through this emperor right here. Okay, yeah, and then all of a sudden now the star's over here brainstorming. She's brainstorming, honey, about this old past energy, honey, and now she sees that she sees the results, the concrete. She is seeing freaking results. Okay, I see that. She is seeing the energy and how the energy moves through that relative, through that friend, through that phone call, through that situation. She's seeing. Close this out, okay? Ability to attract. Somebody, strength. Somebody wants to attract some type of strength here. Yep. So that they can, you need to set these, They want to be strong. They want their confidence to be strong out here. So the entity wants a strong confidence, honey. They're losing. This entity is losing. It's losing. Okay? They're gaining knowledge. I told you, these entities is gaining freaking knowledge right now, honey. And they're using it, and how they're gaining this knowledge through people, through their pain, through that attachment. They're sitting like a monitoring spirit, using your eyes, okay? They're using you. I'm done with this energy, Grandma. Something is going to expand. They're trying to gain as much knowledge as they can, okay? So that they can step into the spotlight. So they want to take back over. These entities and these entities want to take back over. I'm going to leave it right there on that one, y'all. And I'll be back with another one. Till next time. Peace.